Basically what you're looking at up on this dais is the tip of the spear when it comes to the Super Bowl security. And this team has basically been in place since about the spring of 2010 when the NFL awarded MetLife Super Bowl 48. And since then, all the planning and addressing any of the other complex contingencies that go along with this initiated back then. As a little bit of background, a lot of the commanders or representatives of these commanders that you see at the table have traveled to the last 3 Super Bowls, starting, I believe, Indianapolis, on to New Orleans, and then all in preparation for this. We've looked very closely at those Super Bowls. For selfish reasons, we've stolen absolutely everything that's gone right, but it's always been with an eye towards looking on exactly what we can improve upon. Having said that, the state police is not a stranger to this facility. For more than 3 decades now, we've been protecting the football games of the Giants and the Jets. We have a station here. This is our patrol venue, and this is our security venue. And it hasn't just been football games, but as everybody here knows, this complex hosts an awful lot of other events, other sporting events, massive musical concerts. We've had papal visits here. Pope John Paul was here, and we've had World Cup back in the early 1990s. So over those years, we've developed an awful lot of operational experience. You're sitting in the middle of about a 750-acre complex that has an old and a new racetrack, the IZOD Center, MetLife, Quest Diagnostics Training Center, which is where the Giants train, and American Dream. All of these facilities in one form or another are going to be in play the week before Super Bowl, either in the administrative or logistics end of making the Super Bowl security happen, or actually hosting parties leading up to the Super Bowl, and especially to include the game day. NFL hosted a series of scenarios this morning where probably for about the 6th or 7th time in recent months, we went over every possible contingency and what would be the way that we would address that, both in terms of state police, DOT, NFL, decisions that would have to be made, when they would be made, in all types of situations, both where crime was afoot and where weather went off the rails. And this is New Jersey, so we've had an awful lot of experience with weather over the last few years. So actually some of those scenarios were actually the easiest to approach. And that's because there's been, again, a lot of experience and a lot of relationship between state departments within New Jersey.
I actually have 2 questions, if that's okay. The first question is, something really unusual happened at last year's Super Bowl, and that was the power outage. How did that affect your planning for this Super Bowl?
Well, that's one of the things that we took a real hard look at. I can tell you that there is double, if not triple, redundancy to account for that, and also to account for power outages which may occur as a result of weather-related events, ice, temperature, accidents into transformers, those types of things have all been looked at. The important thing to remember here is we talk about a 300-foot security perimeter here. This really begins miles out. The security of this event occurs on the path and New Jersey Transit Railway systems, on the highways, with the Board of Public Utilities, working with the utility companies to ensure us that we will have all the power that we need, and the redundancy and the triple redundancy for that, with Mike Fedorko, with the airports. So this is an event, believe me, that transcends really the borders of 2 states and 4 counties in multiple cities. Look, I'm not going to go into details about the power grid, as you understand that I really can't. All I can say is an incredible amount of preparation has gone into, with the people a lot more smarter about this than I am, okay? An awful lot of preparation has gone into preparing for every single contingency that could go wrong with power coming into this complex.
I have a question about human trafficking and the solicitation of prostitution. That's something that's most people are focusing on the outside surrounding events and parties. But is there any thought to that going on in the building at all? Is there any worry about people bringing in underage people or soliciting people as they're coming out of the game, and how might you deal with that?
Yeah, that's a great question. And we have a committee that has been set up that's dealing with criminal enterprise activity, and what you're referring to is a criminal enterprise, and it's not necessarily local, and it's not necessarily just the Super Bowl, it's large sporting events where they have this issue. I can tell you that between New York State and police departments in this area, troopers, local police officers, county police officers have been trained to recognize this activity. We are presently engaging in several investigative techniques where we try and spot the precursor activity to human trafficking. And of course, of most importance is whether children are involved in this trafficking, which is obviously a very grievous crime. So we're looking to interrupt this activity where and when it occurs. And we're also not just looking to make necessarily arrests, although of the traffickers themselves, but we're looking to rescue some people who are trapped in this lifestyle and offer them some avenues as well.